One thing I want y'all to understand when it comes to relationships with teens, young adults, and their parents, I want y'all to know that we are alike and we are similar in several different ways. Just keep in mind that parents, of course, parents nowadays, parents in general, have not gotten that same education that you all have now. You all have access to the internet where you have all this information, where I guess everybody has the information now, whether it's love, sex, relationships, education, starting a business, whatever it is, we have all the information now. We didn't have this information in the last, maybe, what's this, 2000, so I guess maybe like 20 years. I don't know if it's been that new. Like I said, when I was in my mid-20s, we didn't have online internets and stuff like this. There was no Facebook. There was no Instagram. There was no information we can just go find online. We had encyclopedias that we had to go look through, or we had to ask the wise person in the neighborhood, or we had some other books we can read, stuff like that. We didn't have access to all this information that y'all have now. So, of course, we're a lot of us parents, a lot of us adults, we're of course learning now in our adult years how to relate to our children, how to better talk about love, sex, relationships, and that kind of thing. A lot of us did not get that education. Our own parents did not teach us that. Just keep in mind, nobody's trying to be funny and that kind of thing, or trying to not raise you, or trying to not give you this information. We just did not have this information growing up, so some of us don't realize that we have to, of course, since we have learned it now, or for some of us may have learned it, others have not. But for some of us who have learned the importance of loving yourself and caring for yourself, and the importance of having healthy relationships, the importance of having sex or healthy sex, or or education around sex and love, that kind of thing, or the educations about business or about, I don't know, whatever it is, starting whatever you're trying to do. Like I said, we have that now, so we can of course start teaching you that. Us adults, we have to realize that because we didn't get it does not mean that our younger generations don't need it. You all still need it as well. And that's one thing I want you all adults to understand, that yes, while you have kids, or while you're taking care of youth, or whoever it is that you're working with or living with, like I said, you have to keep in mind that these young adults do not know the stuff that you know. You cannot expect them to know the stuff that you know. They have to learn the same way that you learn. I wouldn't say all the trial and error, that kind of thing, but as best as you can, make sure that y'all are communicating about all these things. Yes, it's very uncomfortable to have conversations about sex and the penis and the vagina and all this kind of stuff with your kids and your youth in your house. But like I said, at some point you have to get over that uncomfortableness. You have to get over that and break outside that box and start talking to these kids about what's going on with life, how to love themselves, how to, of course, heal from different things, learning how to forgive, all that type of stuff. You just cannot I refuse to have you raise another generation that does not know these things. Somebody has to teach these kids these things, and they have to get it from you or me or somebody else that care about them.